What is good, everybody? It is full-time trip. We are back in the building after international break. Arsenal 3, Nottingham Forest 0 at the Emirates Stadium, baby. We are back. We are firing. We are cooking. You love to see it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I don't want to waste no time. Let's get right into it. Oh my goodness, great stuff. A banger to start from Martin Zubimendi. Absolute worldy goal, first time volley from again the middle of the box, just outside the box as well. Again, to start us off, and I believe Victor Gyökeres happened at the beginning of the second half. Great move from Eze, great work from Eze as well to get us our second goal, and that third goal, that Martin Zubimendi poster at the back stick around the 80th minute to see us through with a clean sheet, all 3 points, 3 goals in the bag, and wonderful performances across the pitch. One thing about today overall, before I go into any individuals and a few pods and things like that, the overall thing today was we still have immense depth. It's strong, bro, and I'm so happy that people realize that, hey, this isn't even the A team. Shout out to my dog Family on the timeline. He kept repeating it a couple times, and I agree with that sentiment. This was a lot of people were on our B team. A lot of those people who came in and stepped up, they wouldn't typically start, in my opinion, given all things all conditions are fair and everybody's at their tip-top level of fitness. They typically wouldn't start these matches. But the fact that we can speak to such depth now is an absolute testament to what we needed and what got done in the window from all the folks, Andrea Berta and everybody else who's doing that work to get these kinds of people in to help us, to get us where we need to be. Two of our standout performers were two of those B team people, quote unquote, and I think that's something that shouldn't be lost on us. That's something that should not be discounted or just discarded immediately. The depth that we have is insane, and now we're at a point where we can hopefully be a true Swiss Army knife to give people more relief minutes, to again assess games in a more tactical way and deploy different things that'll keep everybody off guard and have a better approach across all competitions. The depth is one thing I am absolutely ecstatic for, and I think that just couldn't be discounted in my opinion. I just want to start off with that. But overall, outside of that, the play that we saw today was really, really good. Again, the only thing I can put as a demerit against it, there were some passes in the middle third that looked a little bit sloppy, a couple of really cheap giveaways, but we managed to again cope with it well and again form up against those bad passes to really nullify it. Forest didn't really have much for us today. Honestly, I think we nullified them incredibly well. There really wasn't much that they offered. I'm gonna be very honest. I think we neutralized them incredibly well with how we played. Again, specifically off the ball, specifically in again defensive moments. We did really well on that front. So it wasn't even that. It was more about how do we build on it, how do we find momentum, maintain the momentum, and then turn the screw. And I thought we worked through our paces very, very well, through again a lot of great combinations of play and then a lot of great individual moments to help step up and really get us over the line in this game today. One thing I will say about it, again, just in terms of the team play, one last thing, the open chance creation, the open chances, the play, the directness, the will and the ingenuity to consistently find solutions and consistently attack to find those solutions. I feel like there was just a different zip about it because of some players that I'll definitely highlight and mention. The dynamism that existed not only within those individuals, but now the pods that they've created around them, the relationships. One big thing that I was looking for was Eze and Gyökeres. How can they combine in quick succession when there's going to be open spaces, transitions? How is that going to fare? And literally 1 minute into the second half, they delivered in a transition moment. Eze finds a ball across the box in mock speed. Gyökeres tap in, and that's a goal. Great view on the relationship there. Another great pod that I wanted to at least highlight and mention before we go into specific individuals. Eze, Marino, and Calafiori. The way that all three of these players again started to stick and move and create gaps and spaces for each other. One touch passing. It wasn't really high volume today from the left hand side, in my opinion. Overall, I don't think it was high volume, but it was very, very effective in how they pinged the ball around between them and found those open spaces to get around. There was a great sequence that sprung Eze into an attack, and it was just Marino again, linchpin, held the ball for a couple seconds, Calafiori back to Eze, back to Marino, back to Eze, and it was into the final third. And it's those level of quick touch passing, quick twitch movements that really, really make us dangerous and start to really open up the floor to ask questions of the defenses that we're facing, and that was just really, really good. I really enjoyed that as well. Another pod, I want to talk about individuals, but the pod that I really enjoyed as well was Timber and Madueke. I thought both of them, again, off-ball movement, supporting each other in the attack and how they approached their side, I thought it was very good. A lot of that definitely was individual take-ons, but just the way that they posed those questions or posed the potential opened the floor up, in my opinion, to a lot of moments where Madueke could shine. There's a lot of moments that were dangerous and that could have been provided from a lot of the right-hand side, so I really enjoyed that. It was really, really good. From an overall team performance standpoint, the defensive side of the game was rock solid. No problems, no complaints about that. And I'll get into individuals who stood out in that, in that way. But how we approach the attack, a lot of the, again, sometimes even pure fluidity, trying to track back and find ourselves in different positions to open up the game, for one, and two, the willingness of the pods to, again, try things, make runs, be very, very open for each other and proactive in how they position themselves. I thought it was very, 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 again, effective, very pleasing. And I think that contributed to a very, very good game in terms of open chance creation, or open play chance creation, and again, assessing the game and jumping into the game that way. Really, really, really enjoyed our performance. I think that's one of the best open play performances that we've had in a while. And again, that comes at the note of these aren't even our starters playing. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them. Most of them are probably starters, but again, one of them came off in Odegaard, and we probably could have been sharper there. But I think, again, with some people who are not our starters typically, it's great to see that level of effectiveness in the open field and how we're playing, when that's been a consistent problem for us. But that's by the by. Let's get into the more fun stuff. Individuals who stood out to me. I want to give honorable mentions as well to, again, the rest of the cast. I thought everybody had a great day today, barring the one also other negative outside the middle third passing I wanted to mention. Martin Odegaard went down injured on the same shoulder. He dropped and fell on the same shoulder. I hope it is a very, very much a precautionary measure, because why can't the football gods leave us alone? Leave me alone, bruh. Leave me alone. I'm tired. Please stop injuring my players. Damn. Anyways, I wanted to talk about some great individuals. Honorable mentions to some people here. Again, David Raya held it down. I feel like, again, he might have been born with goalie gloves on. The way he handles and distributes is really, really good. Gabriel put in a really great performance today. I thought Calafiori, outside of that, it was like a cheap yellow card, but I thought he was really good. He pulled in. Mikel Merino, I thought he was good. Low touch, but very, very high quality touches on the ball. Got himself in good positions, in good places. Helped to be a linchpin as other people moved off him, like that left-hand side pod. Calafiori made moves, Eze made moves, and he can't move as much, obviously. His body type, how he is, but with that, he was still able to make things happen and play off of the folks around him. I thought he was really good today as well. Again, Gyökeres got his goal. I think I want to see a few more touches from him on, just in open play around, but I thought overall he did great for what he was. And just a quick note on him, somebody's tweeted this out as well. I forgot who it was, but they were like, listen, we need the games where we just have a bully that absolutely abuses lesser opposition and gives us that even higher level of physical edge in the box. We just want a straight bagsman, heavy presence that can, again, put those goals to bed and help us in these types of games. And I think that's a very good point. And listen, we need different profiles, and the fact that Gyökeres is, again, scored 3 and 4, and the fact that we're going to face opposition where he's going to have a clear advantage either physically or with his pace, and we need to make use of that. Simple as that. We need to make use of that, and I'm glad we did today, and I'm glad we're going to see more of that in games to come. So that's dope. I was about to say Timber as well put in a great performance. I mean, everybody across the gap, but there was let me go to honorable mentions and I'll give my top 3, because there was a lot of good stuff today. Real quick, last honorable mention, I will say, Gyökeres Eze, again, got an assist in his debut, and you can just feel the difference, can't you? You can just feel the difference, can't you? Like the ingenuity, the touches, the proactivity, it just feels faster. It just feels more dangerous. This is what we need. This is what... I could cry how good he looked, bro. The combinations with, again, and Eze, even with Marino doing little flicks back and forth to spring him into action, his IQ, his level of just cohesion with anybody he plays next to. Eze is so smart he's just such a smart person when, like, in this footballing perspective. It doesn't matter where you like lay him. He's gonna find the ways around. He's gonna find a way to get that next play off quicker, the next touch off faster, the next flick on to get somebody involved. He's somebody that makes everybody around him a little bit more dangerous. And again, I think it's that associative effect where if you see one person kind of do that thing, it's gonna boost the levels around everybody else that are adjacent to you in your team. And I think it's lovely to see, man. I can't wait to see more from him. I was thoroughly impressed by that. So there's that. And then top 3 performers, my top 3, I gotta give it, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting in my top 4 things I liked about video too, but wow, I don't even know how. It's tough to give like a man of the match like that. I ain't gonna lie. Third place, I will say, but still, all this is very close. Everybody did a fantastic job. But one person I want to highlight as one of my standout players, Christian Mosquera. Christian Mosquera is somebody that I put a tweet out, right? I put a tweet out about, you know, like I can't remember exactly when during the game, but I said, at this point, there's a player that I'm looking at that nobody's really mentioned, about 60 minutes in, really, and nobody said a word about him. And I think that's the greatest compliment to him being there instead of a certain player. And the fact that nobody's really said anything about him, I think is that great compliment that he's bedded into Saliba's position, the role so well in this game that people weren't worried. People were not worried. Again, the Liverpool performance was very, very endearing, but again, game by game you go. Nobody mentioned his name on the timeline. I was looking till like the 60th minute about like, oh shoot, he was kind of like there. I think it was till he made like the last ditch tackle when the ball went off the bar from Chris Wood's chest. People started to be like, oh dang, he's cold, he's crazy, blah blah blah. It started going off a little bit more. That's a testament to his skill, his experience, his exuberance as a youth. You know what I'm saying? And just that level of aggression that he plays with. I was thoroughly impressed, and I am thoroughly impressed continually by the work that he puts in. Again, puts himself about well in really, really big moments, important moments. Again, has saved us a couple of times already in that game. Again, comfortable on the ball, not worried in that, not afraid to get in any duel anywhere on the pitch. And the variety that you've seen him is, again, we saw kind of the range of where he's been at in terms of he's gone out to the wing to play right back for a little bit and defend anything that's coming through. I believe that was it Callum Hudson-Odoi on his side? I believe it was Callum Hudson-Odoi on his side, and he was not afraid to get him or anybody else that ended up there, and he would go out far. Centrally, he's doing the same thing, and I really, really, really enjoyed just the level of presence that he brings. I feel safe. I feel safe with Saliba out for a little bit. He can rest a little bit easier knowing Christian Mosquera is in the building and he's doing really, really good work to make our defense as confident as possible. I've really felt that, and it's great to see. Great to see. Next one up, I'm gonna give a very special mention to again, a notable performance, standout performer, Nottingham Madueke. For y'all that said hashtag Madueke, I know y'all out there. Listen, no harm, no foul. I just need y'all to apologize. I just need y'all to apologize to that guy. I need y'all to write out y'all apologies. Don't use ChatGPT. Get straight to it. Go in plain text. Matter of fact, you need a pen and paper, bro. Where my pen at, bro? Y'all need to get pen and paper and write out a handwritten apology to Nani Madueke, because the way he has been performing game over game since he joined has proven that he is an actual demon, and he has such great upside, and people was ready to put out pitchforks and all that for this guy, and immediately within an international break and 4 games, everybody, oh damn, the same people that was slating him, we just need apologies, bro. I just need apologies sent out to him, bro, because the way he got slated for having a chance, wanting a chance to prove himself at a club like this, when he's not even probably going to be the main person playing. He's going to be a rotational option more often than not, but he stepped up instead of Bukayo Saka. Apologies needed. Apologies needed. All I'm saying. But today, he was fantastic. Today, he was absolutely fantastic. Putting his defender on toast. I believe it was Morato on toast. on toast the entire game. Getting past him didn't matter from a standstill, already in motion, in transition from a pass coming from midfield. Didn't matter. He was getting past Murato every damn time, and he was putting dangerous ball. They were floaters, but they were well positioned, a lot of them. On set pieces, floaters, but very well positioned, a lot of them. Very, very good deliveries. And I am not astonished. I'm just thoroughly pleased at the level of consistent aggression he applies every single time. Every single time he's like, yo, I'm gonna find a way to get you. I might not be as strong as Saka, but I know I have the speed, I know I have the legs to get past you. And I'm gonna try and find a way to do that. I'm gonna probe for that consistently. Attack. And it's such a breath of fresh air. It's such a breath of fresh air seeing him and Eze, who are not afraid to relentlessly attack, get past. I know I can beat you, so I'm gonna try it again until I break you down. And it's such a ray of sunshine. I'm telling y'all, it's such a ray of sunshine. It's crazy. Madueke was fantastic in so many fronts of the game. And again, didn't shy away from any duels or duties. You know what I'm saying? No wingback shifts stopped him from cooking his 1v1s and getting dangerous balls into the box. Hey man, apologies are in order for that guy, and I hope he continues to cook for us. Saka, you could take a little bit more time. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your hamstrings is all good and get that done, bro. I think we're in a solid spot with him as additional reinforcement and firepower, man. Madueke, kudos to you, bro. Kudos to you. And my man of the match, Martin Zubimendi. Let's get straight to it, bro. Listen, automatically, one thing I noticed after Odegaard went down was there was a bit more risk involved in Zubimendi's play. To help compensate for maybe that loss of volume into the final third, I saw him position himself a little bit higher up the pitch. Maybe that was instruction from Arteta, maybe that was his own discretion. I don't know for sure. But I definitely saw a shift when he was definitely flooding a little bit more into Odegaard's spaces. Again, just a tiny bit more to find that little area to either attack or get the ball to him and create more things in open play. And he damn well did that. It's a risk, but it paid off for him to have the wherewithal, for him to have the IQ to do that. Again, hats off to him. Absolutely fantastic. Again, he's that type of player, so it's partly expected, but you love to see him making those tweaks, whether it be from him getting instruction and making it happen, or he's doing that on his own volition. You love to see that change. And just the way he put himself about, again, defensive duties, didn't shy away from anything. That's by the by. That's table stakes for how we roll at Arsenal. Is what it is. The quality to attack the box in such fashion and to attack the ball in such fashion. The worldie this man put in first and foremost. I told y'all. Go back. I'm gonna put somewhere in the eye. I'm gonna put somewhere in the screen to literally go back and look at my Leeds vlog. When I was at the stadium, I told y'all he's going to hit one of these first time volleys and shots because his technique is really good in those areas. He had the space and he absolutely banged it. First time, no problems, easy money. I told y'all about that, bro. And there's more coming. There's more of that on the way. So don't worry. Do not worry about it. Fantastic. Second goal, not afraid to get up in the box as well. Space Jam poster. Yeah, come on and slam. Like, it's fantastic work. He is such a very effective player. Again, does what he does as table stakes, the defensive duels, the tick in possession to keep things going, keep things fast, keep things having some level of zip and purpose to them. And again, contributes in the final third. I think that's like his 11th and 12th goal in his career. First brace of all time for him. Like, I think he's going to score more goals this season. I think him and Declan Rice are going to score more goals because they're going to find themselves in those positions at the top of the box. And their technique is so solid. It's so effective that they're going to find goals or assists off of the ricochet or blah. They're going to find some joy this season. I absolutely believe that to be true. And he absolutely led the line with very just effective intent. I enjoyed Zubimendi's performance a whole hell of a lot. He is my man of the match. It was close between him and Madueke in my opinion, but listen, lovely stuff. Again, outside of Odegaard, no major injuries, so hopefully, again, Saka and Saliba can come back embed into the team across the next week and change, heading up to Bilbao and City, and we can see what happens next. But lovely stuff. Let me know in the comment sections below, favorite performer, favorite goal, all that stuff, what you think about the team right now. What do you think about heading into the UCL season? Make sure you let me know in that section below. So go comment. Go say something. Go say something to me. All right? Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. But with that being said, I gotta run. I gotta jet. I gotta go. I'm not hate watching, but I'm not. I don't know. We'll see what's happening. But until next time, until the UCL recap on Tuesday, I have been Full-Time Trip. This has been my time. I'm out of time. Messed up the whole outro, but it's okay. It is what it is. Listen, we out of here, bro. We out of here. Love y'all. COYG. Peace.